Good morning, my beautiful people. It is Cherry Heart here and I'm back with another video. Yeah. So today is a video that I have really wanted to do for a while. It's a bit hot today too, so don't mind me if I look a bit sweaty. I dressed up for you guys. I want to put more effort into my appearance for you guys because yes, even though I do dress up 50% of my week, that doesn't mean that I have to not be putting in effort when it comes to here. I love getting dressed up and I love chatting to you guys all pretty. And if you've noticed anything, how's my hair look? You like it? I think it looks so cute. I'm so in love with it. I'm literally so in love with it. I cannot. I've just been feeling really pretty today. I don't know, like, look how much better that looks with the little I can't. I'm in love with myself right now. I took a cute little Instagram photo that will be up tonight. And I'm really happy about it. I looked at it, I'm like, wow, I look 10 times prettier. I think it just like softens my face, but I'm here for it. I'm absolutely in love with it. My jaw is feeling 10 times better. I'm talking so much better. I'm just living life. I'm loving life. We're good. We're having a good time. One of my sponsorships is coming in the mail in like the next couple of days, so that's also pretty fun. But yeah, today is a video of get to know me. And I have a shit ton of questions from you guys that you guys entered on my Instagram. So while we're here, make sure you go follow my new Instagram. It is linked in my description. That way you can be a part of videos like this. You can be a part of picking when I post my videos, what videos I do, maybe giveaways, all that sort of fun thing. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a video from me. I upload Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Sundays I'm thinking about doing maybe hour-long vlogs. You guys ate that up. So if you want me to do the hour-long vlogs, comment that below because I feel like you guys really enjoyed that. And I want to do things that you guys love, and I loved making a really long video and I feel like it really paid off and you guys enjoyed it. You got to see more of behind the scenes and wasn't just very quick, done, over, bam. It was, you know, a lot of girls involved in it. It was more fun, pole tricks, you know, sitting out the back and complaining. Like you get to see all of it. So I think that's really fun, and I edited out all of my and ahs except for the first part, but I was very happy about that. I'm very pleased with myself. This photo is actually, no, you guys can wait on my Instagram, never mind. So we're gonna go through all these questions. God bless, you guys sent in some really good ones. I said make it interesting and not just about dancing. So these questions are not just about dancing. I didn't want them to be. I wanted them to be more personal, you know, wanting to get to know me, because at the end of the day, dancing isn't my whole life. Like, it's my whole life, but it's not my whole life, and it hasn't been my whole life. I've only been dancing for a year and a half. I've done so much other stuff. I'm a completely different person to who I used to be. So I feel like you guys should get to know me, and we can sit down, we can chat, we can have a good time. This video isn't gonna be rushed. We're gonna sip on the coffee. I'm gonna have a good time. I also just posted a clothing haul on TikTok, so make sure you go follow my TikTok. That's also linked below. So we're gonna get into the first lot of questions. They're interesting. You guys hit me with some really good ones. I'm gonna start with number one, which is growing up, what was my dream job? So all through primary school and high school, I actually wanted to be a teacher. When I was in primary school, I wanted to be a primary school teacher. And then when I was in high school, I wanted to be a high school teacher. Yeah. No, not my thing. Not my thing anymore. Definitely not. And then I progressed from wanting to be a teacher, that was sort of ended in grade 10, to wanting to be a lawyer. And unfortunately, being a lawyer, I feel like for me, came with a lot of difficulties of having to defend people that shouldn't be defended with things that had happened with me, and the fact that lawyers were defending guilty people, and that just made me very angry, and I never wanted to be a part of that. So I decided I didn't want to be a lawyer. I then tossed up being a doctor. But with me, I never wanted to be behind. I always wanted to be 2 steps, 3 steps ahead of everyone. I wanted to be owning my own house and running a incredible company by the time I was 21, and I'm only 19. You guys might not have known that, but I'm only 19. I started dancing almost straight away when I was 18, a couple months afterwards actually. I think August is when I started. September I started dancing. So I have only been dancing for a year and a half, almost 2 years. No, yeah, almost, year and a half. And I'm only 19, so I'm turning 20 this year. I want to have a house by next year. I want to have a house bought or investment property. I am starting a business I've already had a couple, but this one is something that I've been working on for a very long time and I've put a lot of money into, like a lot of money. And I'm also starting an app, and the app might be out before the other business, or I might release them together. I was going to do a test run of the app with the girls at work, but it's taking a lot longer than I thought it would be. And I don't really want to say the idea on here because I'm a bit worried that someone might take my idea and do it. So I'm just going to leave that there until it's fully done, fully completed. Yeah, everything's taking a bit longer, but at the same time, I rushed my other businesses, which I'll get into, and that is why I closed them down. What is my dream occupation and why? This kind of goes with the other one. I want to own a business. I want to be working for myself. I want to have that freedom of being able to do what I like. I think that's why I love stripping so much, is because I am a subcontractor. I have the option to travel. It gives me the money for the freedom. It gives me money to be able to build my businesses. It gives me, you know, I get to network myself. I get to network businesses. I get to network who I am. I get to network myself in the way of making money. When I've had businesses while stripping, I made an incredible amount just from networking myself in lap dances. Like, you know, their girlfriend was really interested in something I was buying, so they would talk to their girlfriend about it. It was very networky constructed. I always managed to slip it in somewhere. I love my job. I love it. And my job that I'm in now is my dream occupation. But I also have other dream occupations that are stemmed from that. Like this. This is my dream occupation. I've always wanted to be on YouTube. I've always wanted to be on TikTok and be big on TikTok on YouTube, because I love being able to talk with people and interact with people, and I love finding out about everyone's different lives, and I love being able to maybe change someone's life and give them a different perspective on something. And all the comments that I get, or the private messages I get, have really, like, my videos have touched a lot of people, and that makes me so happy and so blessed. And it really makes me realize why I want to do social media and run a business and be in stripping. It's because it all stemmed, everything that I have stemmed from stripping, and I think that's why stripping will overall always be my dream occupation. This one is all of my past and present businesses, and then she said, "You've done so much, teehee." So when I was in high school, I was doing something else, and then just as I started finishing high school, I invested in a makeup company. So my own makeup company that went under a different name, and it was lashes and lip gloss. I made all the lip glosses myself. All the lashes had my name printed in them. They were quite pretty, but overall, like, it had been done before. And unfortunately, that's sort of the thing, is that so much of what I had already made on the market, and almost the exact same products, even though my lashes I handcrafted and like got made, like handcrafted, like it got made for me. They were vegan, like they were beautiful lashes, and some of the girls have them now and they want me to reprint them, but it wasn't something I was proud of, because it was just to make a quick buck. I had no money. So I did that for a bit and it was good, but again, the market was so oversaturated that it just wasn't worth continuing. So I completely shut that down. I actually gave away a lot of my lashes to someone that I wish I didn't give them away to. And then I kind of evolved that into acrylic nails. So I did acrylic nails out of my own house. I had a setup with all of my makeup products that were still left over, like my lashes, my lip gloss and stuff, so if people came in to get their nails done, they could look at all my other stuff and buy. And I did get rid of a lot of my stock through that, but it was more the acrylic nails. I stopped doing acrylic nails because it made my headaches so bad. Like, the smell, and it just made me feel sick, and I just couldn't do it anymore. And the concentration, and you know, it just wasn't worth it. It was not worth it for me. And yeah, I don't know. That was that. And then last year I did my wear and color business, which I've shut down. This was a tie-dye-in company where I did, you know, trackies, shorts, crop tops, crew necks, hoodies, and then I would embroider wear and color and their names and stuff. And it was really good, and I made a lot of money from it. Unfortunately, tie-dye fades in and out, and I caught it and I did it just as it was coming back in. And so that's why I jumped on it and I rushed it and I did it, and then it faded out and I made the money I had made, and that was that. And I wasn't wanting to continue it because I didn't have professional photos done. It was rushed. I wasn't happy with it. The quality of stuff wasn't up to what I wanted. You know, it was good when it was good. And I never had a complaint from anything, like from anyone about the quality or anything like that. Like, it was good quality stuff. Just the quality of the marketing and the business itself was not up to my standard. I wrote that off, and then I got all the money from that and I put it into my new businesses, which have cost me a fucking fortune, but are going to be so worth it, so worth it. Give you a hint, I'm working with a designer over in France and I'm getting something manufactured in Italy. So very excited for that. I'm very, very excited for that, but it's taking me a very long time. So how did I find the confidence to be myself even when I was headed for it? A lot of people know that I had a very, very, very hard time growing up. I was always bullied, judged, criticized for anything I did. It didn't matter. Even if I was criticized for doing something and I changed what I was doing so I could fit what they wanted me to do, I was still criticized for that. I didn't have any confidence in high school. It got absolutely shattered. Like my confidence just, it was non-existent. I have extreme body dysmorphia. I think all size is beautiful. I think all size is beautiful, but you cannot sit there and bully someone for their weight when you can see that they're literally not, they're not doing well. I was not doing well. My confidence was just not good. I had a lot of trauma. I, was, trigger warning, I was not eating what I needed to. I was eating like 5-6 strawberries a day, and because I wasn't eating much, my body was going into starvation modes, and then it was holding on to the fat that I did have, and it just made it a lot worse, and my confidence just kept getting shattered and shattered and shattered. And then when people realized that I was skinnier, then they started bullying me for being skinnier, and then I got bigger, and then they started bullying me for being bigger, and then I got skinnier. It was just a fucking roundabout. It was not fun. Didn't like it. Bullied for my hair, bullied for my fringes, bullied for my color of my hair, bullied for tan, bullied for being too pale, bullied for my lashes, bullied for my lips, bullied for my nose, my jawline, my jaw, my teeth, everything. I couldn't do anything. I was bullied for my fucking shoes, for how long my skirt was, because it was, even though it was the same height as other girls, God forbid, it was too short or too long. Or my knee, I got bullied for my knees because I had a photo in dance and my knee looked like it had a smiley face on it, and then people started bullying me for my knees. I don't fucking know, but my confidence is just absolutely shattered. And honestly, when I got offered a job at the Vault by the old house mom, when I walked in there, I was like, like I hadn't worn a dress in so long. I don't think I had actually worn anything that showed my skin after high school for a very, very, very long time. I was too afraid to, if I'm going to be quite honest. I couldn't do it. You know what's really funny is that a lot of people that bully the fuck out of me actually watch my videos now and have asked me to help them grow on OnlyFans or shout them out on OnlyFans and YouTube and blah, 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 blah. It baffles me because I don't think they understand how badly they fucking hurt me. And there's some people that I would be friends with and then I wouldn't be, and they'd be part of groups that would bully me, but at the end of the day they would always come back and apologize for it. And I always have a soft spot for those people, but I don't know, my confidence was shattered, and honestly stripping really, really, really built it back up again. I would literally be a shy little girl in the corner, not even talking to a camera, not talking to you guys, not talking to TikTok, not talking to anyone if I hadn't started stripping. And I've still got really bad social anxiety. I've still got really bad confidence issues, but it's nothing compared to what I used to have. So to answer your question in a really long roundabout area, it was stripping that gave me the confidence that I have now. I really wanted to bring my partner in for this one, but he's at work, so I might like vlog him and sort of add it in. But this one is, how does my boyfriend feel about stripping and if I get sick of men. It was put in one thing. So my boyfriend, I was very straight up and honest with him when I first met him. I told him what I did for a job, and luckily I did because his friend already knew, and I was actually knew his friend, not very well, but we had been in this in the same area quite a few times. His friend actually knew what I did, so his friend did tell him. I'm very lucky that I was honest, because otherwise that wouldn't have probably gone very well. He's told me, I'm really glad you told me straight out, otherwise I wouldn't have known if I would have trusted you if you had lied to me off the bat. And obviously there's a lot of girls who will not want to tell anyone that they strip, and that's completely fine, but if I'm already open and honest about it with the world, so I guess I would be, I don't know why I wouldn't be honest with it with him. But it was super funny, it's a long story of how we ended up by finding each other. It's so funny, but maybe I'll explain it later on. But he actually does not care, and his family does not care. His family knows. I was very, very nervous about his family finding out, but his family does know, and they are very, very supportive. Beautiful. His mum always asks me how work was, how the night was. He is always hyping me up. He's always texting me saying, have a good night, make fucking bank. Like, he's always there for me. And I don't know, it's his sister follows my TikTok. Like, it's cute and I love it. And he's never once said a foul thing about it. He's never once been rude about it, because at the end of the day, he knows that the money I make goes towards having, like, you know, our future. It goes towards maybe spoiling him on his birthday or Valentine's Day or going on holidays. Like, it's all saving for a house for us. Like, obviously he puts in money into that too, but I'm financially stable, and I think that brings a lot of security to a relationship. So he does not care. He does not care. At the end of the day, he knows that I come home to him and he's here and he's my man, and this is my job. And there's obviously a large separation between the two. If you can't separate your job and your personal life with stripping, it can be very difficult, but I'm great at separating my work life and my home life. Like, even though I'm constantly doing social media for my work life, I can still separate the two. So he does not care. He hypes me up. He loves it. He's my biggest hype man, and I'm absolutely here for it. She move, she do it, she do it, she do it, she do it, she do it. Do I like the person I have become, and how would you describe yourself now? I love the person I've become. I wouldn't change it for the world. I think I've evolved into a person that I would love to be friends with, who I'm proud of. If I was still a little kid and I looked at how I was now, I think I would be quite gobsmacked. I don't think I would believe it. But at the same token, I always kind of knew that this is what I was going to do, and I think my mum always knew too. Like, she just knew that I'd be like on social media, and that was my dream job, is like social media and businesses and being able to work for myself and being financially stable and being able to network myself. Like, I love the person I've become, and I think how I describe myself now is more confident, loving, but still has my barriers up, and that's to protect myself. I think I'm quite a down-to-earth person. I always try to reason with people as much as I can. Yeah, I think that those are the main ones, is that I'm like, you know, that's what I would describe myself as, if I'm going to be quite honest. I don't want to be up myself, but I definitely do think I'm down to earth and I'm more confident, and I'm just proud of myself, if I'm going to be quite honest with you guys. How did I decide on getting my beautiful little Persian baby? So that is Harlow. She's my little baby Persian cat. She's sleeping, otherwise I'd get her to come say hi again. I decided on getting her because I was feeling a little bit emotionally unstable. I just needed a support animal. My partner's always away at work during the days, and, you know, I work at night time, and when I come home he's asleep, and, you know, I don't want to wake him up, and sometimes I just need something to focus on during the day, so I don't go out and spend a shit ton of money. You know, I'm not feeling a little bit empty. My buff head of a dog is a buff head of a dog. He's a buff head of a dog, and he's trained as a guard dog. As much as I love him to be my support animal, he doesn't really like coming inside. He doesn't really like doing the whole cuddly thing. Like, he does for a little bit, but then he's like, I've got to go protect my yard. I've got to go protect you. That's who he is. He's not a come lay on my lap kind of animal. I would love him to be, but he's a buff head. He's a buff head guard dog. Harlow she's a little baby girl, and she's like a little baby to me, and I've always known Persians are literally fur babies. Mum's had a Persian, and Mum's jealous of Harlow because of how cuddly she is. She literally, as soon as I feel any little bit of emotional stability, not stability, but emotional damage, but like anything that's gonna throw me off, she's there. I don't know how, but she senses it. She's there. She waits for me after work. She knows. She loves me. Like, if I'm feeling sad in bed, all of a sudden she's there and she's laying on my chest, and then when I'm fine, she goes. Like, she's my little emotional support animal, and I love her, and yeah, that's why I decided to get her. And Hayden didn't like pet cats, and now he fucking loves her, which I find so funny. I might explain that story later on, but yeah, it's funny. Another one is, any plans to get another kitty? I will not. She is a single fur baby. She loves being an only cat. I sound like a crazy cat lady, but I won't be getting another one. She likes being an only cat too much. What age did I lose my virginity, and do I regret who I lost it to? Oh boy. It'd be super funny if he watches this. I know a few of his friends do, so that's funny. So I lost my virginity at 14. 14? Yeah, I was 14 and I was nearly 15, but I was 14. I think it was 2 months before I turned 15. It's such a long story to this that I really don't feel like going into, but look, it was a bit fucky, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. It was just a little bit like weird. Took him a while to find the hole. Like an hour, 2 hours. I was like dry as a desert by the end of it. I don't regret anything in my life, but I regret how much I simped over that man because that man ain't shit. He was not shit. I don't know why I simped over that man. Like, he was not shit. Sorry, mate, you weren't shit. And then you know what's funny is that like he was part of the group that bullied the fuck out of me after we broke up because he wanted to get with another girl or whatever. And like grade 10 relationships, am I right? And then he wanted me back as a friends with benefits, and my fucking simpy ass whenever it's friends with benefits. And I remember we're like fucking at his house during exam block, and all of his friends who bullied me walked in and saw me in the house, and us getting changed. And I thought that was really funny because like he had ragged on me so much, and here he is like trying to do the secret relationship fucking me thing. Yeah, I was like, peace out, motherfucker. And I feel like that was my best revenge, and I really didn't simp for that man after that. And then he tried again one time, like for me to like sneak out and come fuck him, and that was also like a no from me. I just thought it was hilarious. Funny how that plays out, hey. So another question I got is, if I wasn't stripping, what would I be working as? I honestly don't, I really don't know. I think I would still be trying to run a business. I think that was always my goal, and I think that's what I would be trying to do. How I would do it with no fucking money, I have no clue. Because I've just got so many bad experiences in past jobs that just like, it irks me, eh? Like, it literally irks me. Do you want kids one day? If you had kids, would you still keep stripping? I know a lot of girls that still strip with kids, and they don't, like, there's nothing different about it. I don't understand such the bad stigma with stripping with kids. I really don't think that it's a bad thing at all. Mum's got to do what mum's going to do. And honestly, it's not like you're bringing kids to work. They don't know. They're asleep. Like, do want kids. I want 2 or 3 kids, but not for a few years now. So I still want to be able to strip. I would preferably like to own my own financially dependable business by the time I have kids, but I would always want to stay on the books so I could come back and strip when I'd like. I wouldn't be able to do it full time like this, I do not think. But I obviously would still do YouTube and TikTok. Like, I'd still keep it all, but calm down on the stripping vlogs and the stripping, because I'd probably be doing it like every couple of weekends, not just all the time. But yeah, work-life balance, all that sort of thing. Someone said, will you ever quit smoking? I heard it's bad for your health. Hee hee, love you. No, I'm not like concerned. Like, I am concerned obviously, but like not really. I don't have the want to be like, oh, I really need to quit. Like, I don't actually smoke as much as what it sounds like I do. When I'm not at work, I have like 1 a day. If I'm with my mum, I'll have a few. If we're having like chats and tea spilling and it's nighttime and we're like if I'm telling her the tea from work, we're both like, coffee. Other than that, like for the 3-4 days I don't work, I really don't smoke. I probably have like 1 or 2 over that 3 or 4 days. I'm not addicted to it. I can literally put it down for a week, and I have. Like last week I was kind of like, oh, when was the last time I smoked? Yeah, oh well. I'm not like addicted to it. I've been smoking since I was 15, but like, yeah, I don't know. It's never really like been a thing where I need to wake up and have a smoke. Smokes during the day make me feel sick, make me want to throw up. I hate smoking during the day. Even like car drives during the day, smoking makes me feel sick. I want to throw up. Nighttime smoking is where it's at for me, and I think it's because of work. I like having a smoke so I can debrief, and that's why when people invite themselves to my smokes, it makes me very angry. And like my regulars know that like I'm like, okay, I'm going out for a smoke, I'll be back. They know I just need my me space for a second. Or if I invite them out, that means like, you don't come out with me. If I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go for a smoke, I'll be right back. That means I just need my me time for like 5 minutes. People who come out and follow me out and just be like rah, 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 in my face make me so angry. It just like, let me have this 2 minutes to myself. Especially if they're super drunk and I have no clue what they're saying, and they're like blah blah blah, and they jump like 26 stories. I'm like, is this what it feels like when you're talking to me because of my ADHD ass, or do I just sound drunk all the time? Like, I'm just trying to vibe, bro. Like, just trying to check my OnlyFans, mate. My family supportive in your line of work. Love you. That was really sweet. She put like a love you with a heart. I just like read the whole thing anyways. My family is very, very, very supportive. My mum is so incredibly supportive. She literally every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I like go over, I get my smokes, get a coffee for us, and we sit down and I just spill the tea. She's great. Just love chats. It's so funny. She's so supportive of this, and she's always wanted me to do social media and do what I'm doing. Like, she was very actually relieved when I started stripping because she knew I'd be financially stable because I was 18, living in a house by myself. I moved out when I was 17 years old with an ex-partner who was a piece of fucking shit who cheated on me. So with people I knew too, which was like great. Yeah, so she was a bit worried because I didn't work in insurance anymore. I left insurance. Got fired from insurance because I pronounced people's names wrong. Yep, that was their reasoning. Yes. Funny that, hey. Like, what? So I got fired from there. Could have gone to fair work, but I really didn't give a fuck because it was insurance. Like, they were underpaying me $11.50 an hour for 48-hour weeks, making less than like $450 a week at 18. I feel like that's a little illegal, but anyways, I don't really care. Look at me now. And yeah, so that was that. And she was a little bit nervous, and then when I told her I was stripping, she actually had a lot of relief because she knew I'd be financially stable. She knew I'd be good at it, and she knew I'd love it, and she knew that it would evolve into something like this, and she always told me, and I went, nah, I probably wouldn't do YouTube. I feel like I wouldn't have the personality for it. And now that I'm doing it, she's like, what did I tell you? And now I love it. I fucking love it. So maybe one day I'll get her to come down. She hates being on camera though, so that's probably never gonna happen, but I'll work on it. Maybe if we like sign a petition in the comments, like we can get Cherry's mama to come on here and chat with you guys. Like, where did I grow up? I actually grew up in Toowoomba. I'm born and bred. I did move to Townsville for a few months of my life, and that was literally to pull a runaway from my biological dad because he was a piece of shit and kept trying to find me even though he wasn't on the birth certificate. He's nowhere. I don't think he's on my birth certificate. He's literally nothing to do with my life, didn't want anything to do with my life until he thought that he could use me as his like flex to his fuckhead of a family. And I know one of the girls from that family watches this, so you can all fuck off. Please leave me alone. Stop trying to contact me because you now realize I have money. Anyways, so we did live in Townsville for a few years of my life, and we lived like this near this really beautiful lagoon. I always thought there was like a crocodile in it, but it wasn't. It was just like shadows on the ground from the rocks. And then this like big water park with a massive bucket that would like dunk all the time, and that was a couple months of my life. And then I moved back here and I lived with my grandma for a bit. My mum and my stepdad sent me on a plane back here with my grandma so they could get married up there because she couldn't work full time. They both couldn't work full time and look after me and get married. So they did that and then came home. And yeah, that's basically lived in Toowoomba my whole life other than my like 2 months there, and I was 5 years old. So what gives me the ick in friendships or past relationships? Ick is like, for relationships is, ex-relationships is like no personal hygiene. How do you not, wash your hair, wash your pee-pee, your booty hole, like, get the dirt off from the day off your body, not leave it ferment there for like 3 months. Yeah, that was my ex. What else? What else gives me the ick? Ugh, being controlling. A thing that gives me the ick in friendships actually is like, sometimes I'll text people every single day, or sometimes I won't text for a week. If I don't text you for a week, it's not me being a bitch, it's just me like vibing. You can still be friends with someone, you don't have to talk to someone every single day to be friends with someone. Like, I have friends that I haven't talked to in months, and I see them and it's like nothing's changed. To get angry at someone for not talking to you every single day, like, you're not my mom. Even my mom doesn't do that. Like, the fuck? So I cut off all friendships like that because I just didn't like the controlling aspect of it. It just felt like it was overbearing, weird. It was just weird. I don't know. Not my vibe. But yeah, friendships where they like constantly put you down as a joke, that pisses me off. I don't like the ones that do that. Or, my ex-friend that I talk about on here who constantly made small snarky comments at my weight, just things that I did in general, gave me my eating disorder back, gang, like that sort of thing gives me the ick. That, as I feel like it would give anyone the ick. Just the basic run-of-the-mill things give me the ick. But you know what? I haven't found an ick about Hayden yet. So like, 10 out of 10 for that man. He's doing real well. Usually I find an ick with someone and like that, and no, there's literally no ick. I can't find an ick, and there probably will not be an ick, which is fine. Like, everyone has an ick about something, but like there's no ick. I'm actually confused. Like, there's no ick, but like I'm here for it. I just wonder if he has an ick about me. I don't think he does, but we'll see. I'll ask him and see if he wants to talk about it. See what I'm doing wrong. Oh, do I have any siblings? No, I am an only child. kind of sad. I wish I did, but like my mum tried. But yeah, I don't, and I'm okay with that. I do wish I did, but I feel like it would just be so different. And I think I used to be so close with people who had a lot of siblings because I loved going over to their houses and like being with their siblings and stuff and seeing that environment, but I don't think I could personally do it myself. The more I think about it and get older, I'm like, wow, I'm kind of glad I didn't end up by having a sibling. My hobbies outside of work, I actually used to be very into art. I'll put some of my art here. I did art exhibitions and stuff. I'll put some photos here. In town, I was in the newspaper and all that. I made quite a bit of money from it. It's actually pretty good. I also wrote a book, but I won't be putting that up because I don't want anyone to see it. It has a lot of things in it that I wrote it for myself to get over some stuff, and now I've moved past it, and that's that. I love writing poetry. I love drawing. I love my makeup. I did a makeup artistry course as a diploma. I was actually enrolled in the Institute of Makeup Artistry, Tasmania, for that diploma. So I love makeup, special effects makeup. I'll include some photos of special effects makeup here. Other than that, not much really. I just am a social media freak right now. Oh, and dance. I danced my whole life. I literally danced as a kid. Growing up, I was a hip hop dancer. If anyone's seen me dance on stage, you'll be able to see that. I used to be in ballet and contemporary, and my mum was like, you're too heavy on your feet. Let's put you in hip hop, and that was my shit. So if you guys ever see me on stage where you have a flat cap, you best believe I'm taking that flat cap and I'm going full hip hop, like 2000s on you, like the 2000s hip hop on you. Like that is what I'm doing. That is my vibe. I've all early 2000s music where I could like vibe to, where I can like get like groovy with it. Yeah, that's my shit. That is my shit. What are my saving goals, which is like house travel, or am I just going with the flow? And she's like, you're gorgeous, by the way, which is really sweet. My saving goals are to have a house by next year, whether that's an investment property or just a house to live in. I would love, 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 love to have a beach kind of house, like a holiday home, maybe as an investment property. That way I can, you know, rent it out and then pay it off and go and have somewhere to stay on the holidays. Traveling, I actually have a traveling fund now. I've created a traveling fund. I put a dedicated amount for my paycheck in there every week. I will be doing a budgeting video and showing you guys how I save my money and what I do and blah, 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 like my tax, all that sort of thing, budgeting, blah, blah, blah. Because obviously, when you're stripping, you tend to spend a lot of money because you make a lot of money, and took me a while to figure that out, but I'm better now. And yeah, like I still was saving good money, but it's nothing compared to what I can save now. So for traveling, I would love when COVID kind of fucks off everything, all the mandates just sort of like calm down. I want to go on a few trips. I want to go to Tassie, I want to go to New Zealand, I want to go to Ellie, I want to go to America, I want to go to like Universal over there. I would love to go to Perth, Canberra. The furthest I've been was Melbourne when I was 8 years old, and that was just a shit show experience, and I can't remember any of it. There's a whole story with that too. Like if you guys want me to elaborate on these stories and do like a sit down story time of these stories, like let me know. Like they're a bit intense, but it is my life. I would love to go over to Japan with Hayden because he's a car person, so I'd love to go look at all those cars. I think he would really, really enjoy that. Yeah, that's kind of like my goals at the moment. Hey, I don't know. I would love to be able to reach at least like 20-30k on here by the end of the year. I want at least 100k on TikTok by the end of the year. I'm like 50k away from that, so we're close. You know, I love to be able to be financially stable with OnlyFans as well. It's getting there. It's almost, well, it is. It's a financially stable thing, but I mean like have fuck you money, if you know what I mean, like Anna Paul kind of money. And hey, now I'm gonna look at investing in stocks. I'm gonna see how that's gonna go. We don't know, but we're gonna look at it. My horoscope is Taurus. Oh, that's right. So I was born at 12:55 in 2002 on the 8th of May. And yeah, okay, so if anyone can tell me my horoscopes, I've got it written somewhere, I just can't remember, but I am a Taurus, so that literally fits me. Taurus is the epitome of me. Like I am that horoscope. I should represent that horoscope because I'm literally the epitome of it. Like I'm everything they say, that's me. Hello, like you could read out all of them and blindside me with all of them, and I would pick the Taurus one because that's just who I am. Ever wanted to visit Finland? Oh, well, now that you've mentioned it, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Am I in Sydney? No, I'm in Toowoomba. It's a little bit off Brisbane. What's my go-to Zaraffa's order? So as you guys know, if you follow me daily, I get a Zaraffa's order every single morning. Like today I walked in and there was a line and they literally already had my main for me. How cute was that? So I get a jumbo, so it's the size of my head, vanilla iced latte on skim milk with a quad shot. So 4 shots so the 4 shots kind of come up to here. The milk, they only put this much milk and a ton of ice so that it's not much milk for me. And then they put 1 shot of like a skim vanilla thing, like not skim vanilla, but like a lightweight vanilla thing in it. Back before I got any flavoring in it, I used to actually get 8 shots of coffee every single day. That was really bad for me. It threw out my menstruation cycle, like it was just really, really bad. Like, don't ever do that. And then I got off coffee for a bit because I got so sick, and now I'm back. I'm back. Will we ever get to, oh, goodbye. Will we ever get to meet your significant other? Yes. Maybe he'll do a sit down video with me one day, but he does make small appearances. He is in my Jaw one that will be coming out in like a week and a half. He is making a few appearances in that. He does like pop his head up a little bit. Just gotta like watch the whole way through and he'll pop his head up. Maybe he'll even pop his head up in this one. Probably not because he's at work, but you never know. Does my mum follow my TikTok? She sure does. She sees everything. Everything. If you fuck me over, she knows. Like, you know that saying that it's like, you know, you apologize to me, but I already told my mum, so we can't be friends anymore? Yeah. That is my mother. We're too close. She had me very young. She had me quite young. Her and I are almost exactly the same. We laugh the same. We talk the same. If you heard us talk next to each other, you wouldn't know who is who. We look the same. We are the same. She still gets ID'd. I don't get ID'd and she gets ID'd. Tell me how that works. I'm mad about it. She's epitome of a MILF. So many people had crushes on her and she's like, hi. Like, so funny. I love it. The names I'd call my kids if I had some. Oh God, I've always loved the name Aurora or like Elena or Elena. That's really pretty. I don't know, there's some other really pretty ones that like I thought Lolly is kind of cute, but like probably shouldn't. Hey, like that feels like it's probably not a good thing. But my mom's gonna name, if I had a sibling, she was gonna name her Lolly. Kind of cute. I don't know. Cute. I've always loved the name Aurora or like, yeah, Alina. Like something just like really like, and I got Alina from that princess, like Barbie princess fairy mermaid one. Yeah, like when she's falling there, like Alina. Like it just sounds so pretty. I don't know. How long have you and your partner been together? Almost a year. Not very long, but it feels like a long time in a good way. Like it feels like we made each other a very good time and we literally like knew straight up. It was great. Do I have lip fillers? She just wants to know how they go. I did have a mil put in, but I literally smoked right after I had them. I didn't know that's what you weren't supposed to do, so I feel like they dissolved very quickly. I'll be probably going to go get another mil. It just sort of helped with my lipstick. It wasn't anything major. I had no bruising. The lady I went to at laser clinic, I had no bruising, nothing. They were pristine. They just had a little bit extra plump to them and that was it. Like they didn't look, like it literally just looked so natural, so good. And yeah, that was my experience with lip fillers and that was fucking, yeah, probably like 6-8 months ago. I haven't had them in ages. I might just go and get like another mil just to say why not. When I go get another lot of round in my jaw, I'll probably go get a little bit in my lip. How do I feel about plastic surgery and would I consider getting any? Probably not plastic surgery, no. I am going to, when I get all of this sort of, yeah, I've done my rounds and I've gotten it to the way I want it to, like with my condition. Oh, it's super bruised. With like my condition and stuff, I'll probably get a fat dissolver in my chin because it's been so stretched out from this. And I'll probably, yeah, that's probably it. That's all I'm probably going to get done except for preventatory Botox because I have a bad frown line. So probably going to get preventatory Botox, which just stops you from getting those lines. It doesn't actually change your face and you don't look plasticky, anything like that. Not that there's anything wrong with that. If that's what you want, that's what you want. But it just, you know, makes you look more natural when you get older. It doesn't, you know, cement your face in or anything like that. It's just to prevent you, because I'm very expressive with my face. But it still lets you do that, just not to the extent that creases and wrinkles your face. How did you survive the high school bullying? I almost didn't. And that's that. How do I deal with nights I don't make much money? Because I have savings behind me, it never stresses me out. It doesn't worry me. At the end of the day, it all sort of evens out for me because I could have had a really good night the night beforehand and it sort of just evened out the nights. Never stress, I never cry, I never worry, I never scream, I never yell. I get frustrated, but I am always okay with the amount that I make because I know sometimes I'm not anyone's type and sometimes I'm everyone's type, and that's just the way that stripping is, and that's the way the industry is. If you can't handle the fact that you're not always everyone's type and you're going to get cranky at people for not wanting you, then I think it's time to take a step back and take a bit of a break and reevaluate and make sure that you're comfortable with what you're doing and that you're not gonna get upset if sometimes someone doesn't want you, because unfortunately that's just the way it is. It's the job you're in, and there have been nights where I haven't been anyone's type, and that's completely okay. And then there's nights where I'm everyone's type, or nights where I'm only a few people's types, and so back and so forth. And my fear, oh god, I have a fear of being alone, like being alone in life. I don't know, like I love always having people there, but like not in like I need people there. I just like, I can't imagine like being in a zombie apocalypse and being the only one. That's why I got Harlow. Like I didn't like being alone during the day, and not in a way of like being like, oh my god, I'm alone. It's more of like I like being able to share my life with someone sort of thing. Like I love being able to like communicate. I don't know how to explain it. I think that's why I love doing YouTube and social media so much, is because I'm always connecting with a ton of people and like getting my life out there and being transparent, all that sort of thing. I don't know, does that make sense? Sending your feet, oh that's right, we had this conversation. Lol, Brooklyn's put in sending your feet. So she wanted to know how I got into sending foot photos. I think I'm actually just going to make an entirely separate video on that because it would take me forever to explain. But basically, like I used to sell foot photos when I was younger to make the savings that I had to put in for a house deposit. I actually got quite a lot from that. That was through Twitch servers. Yeah, that was actually through Twitch servers. I think I'm going to do a whole separate video on that. If you guys are interested in figuring out how you sell photos of your feet, let me know. That's why my mum got me a shirt saying no feet for free, and I think that's why she knew I'd be in sex work, because that was the first thing I ever did, was selling feet for money. And I was good at it. So she got me a shirt saying no feet for free for Christmas because she thought it was funny. It's been like 3 years since I started doing that, so I don't do it anymore, but I probably should. I used to get paid bucket loads, but now the market's a bit oversaturated. When I first started doing it, the market was not saturated. Like, it was very rare that you'd find people wanting to actually send photos of their feet on the internet. Brooklyn also asked me what my first job was. My first job was Macca's. Nasty. And then it was Kmart. And then it was insurance. And then it was stripping, with the businesses in between. And that is it for all of my questions. There are a lot more, but they were all sort of variations of the same thing. And I kind of want to make a part 2 and put out another lot, so you guys who might only just be finding this video, if you guys would like to ask me other questions, you can below. I'll write them down. So if you guys want anything answered, write them down in the comments below, and so I can just like immediately see that and copy it and put it into a little folder so I can answer it for you guys next time. But make sure you go over and follow my new Instagram, which is linked in my description, like I said before. That way you can be a part of these types of videos. You can make sure that your questions are answered. I do more tips videos, so you can make sure that your questions about like OnlyFans and Instagram and stripping, all that is answered. I just want to make sure that you guys are involved because I love you guys, and you guys are making my channel what it is, and you're helping me so much and just making me love my job even more than I already did. I do have a few exciting videos coming out. I've got a maintenance video coming out. I vlogged all of my hair. I vlogged digging my nails, my like maybe fillers, I'm doing a whole separate video on my jaw. That'll be out in like a week and a half. On my lashes, all that sort of thing. Behind the scenes of OnlyFans, like all that, like, you know, the setting up, the taking photos, all that sort of thing. All getting done. So all those really exciting videos are coming out. I'm putting a lot of effort into filming and making sure that everything is immaculate for you guys, and you guys loved my hour-long vlog, so I definitely think I'll be starting to do longer videos for you guys. I know you like them, and I actually really like filming them. I do have to edit out myself saying a lot, but I think it's worth it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope we got on like the getting to know each other level. I hope you learned a few things about me. I know it might have been, well actually it's quite a long video, but I hope you guys found me interesting. I have a lot more to say, and I'm a little bit skeptical on what I should say because I could have elaborated a lot, like the Melbourne thing, my biological dad sort of thing, like all that sort of stuff I could have elaborated on. I just don't know if you guys want to hear it, if we want to be that transparent with each other. I've had a crazy life. I've had a fucking crazy life. So if I just don't want to turn into like the, you know, the story time teller that sounds like she's lying, because I'm not. I've just had a fucked up life, but like a good life at the same time. I just really like fucked up life. Like I have a bad thing and then a good thing happens. Like it's just very like, but I don't know. That's the way it is. At the moment, I'm on a roll. We're going to keep it the good way. I had a string of bad luck at the beginning of the year and now we're on a roll. We're on a good luck roll. So we're going to keep it that way. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. If you guys like my hair, comment below because I'm absolutely in love with it. I think it looks so cute. So cute, so different. Like, shapes my face a bit. I'm really excited about it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys and I will see you beautifuls in the next one. Yeah.